Be vulnerable. Aloha, 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 beautiful soul. Welcome at Monday, me. Be vulnerable. It's so easily said, isn't it? And at the same time, it is not the easiest thing to do. And one of the things I have learned to be available for my own vulnerability is when I do self-care things. And while I'm saying this, I realize it is the opposite. Because we have learned self-care is about going to the manicure or the pedicure or to the sauna or whatever, doing something. Go shopping for some people is self-care. And for me, the less I do, the more self-care I do. So sauna, for example, is a very good moment for me to do self-care. And not because I'm in the sauna, but because I have trained myself to exclude myself from the outer world in the sauna and occupy myself with my inner world. However, that's not always easy, and life outside world traps you. It takes you out of that zone. So today I was in the sauna and there was like students making a lot of noise outside of the sauna. It was not in the area of the sauna, but of course you could hear it. And it's not that easy to really tap into your being, exclude the outside world when it's really irritating you with all its noise. So my question to you is, how do you take care? And the vulnerable part for me is, I was not able today. I still look a bit messy because of the water and of showering afterwards, and not everything is, I'm not totally dry yet, but so going on video while not looking the most perfect, while not having that air of knowing everything, while feeling as if I have not achieved what I wanted to achieve. So who am I to be here to talk to you? That is vulnerable for me. And if we go back to the sauna, it was vulnerable because I didn't manage to use my tools to switch. And like my switches are never from one moment to the next, but my switches are always like gradually, softly. It changes bit by bit, and then at one point it has changed without me realizing it immediately. Only a few days afterwards I'm like, oh my God, I made it. So what is that there for you that helps you to exclude yourself from the outside world? Because sometimes it's really, really necessary. And self-care is in the not doing, not in the doing. Hanging around with friends is really nice. But for me, being an introvert, that's no self-care. It's a really fun day, but it's not self-care. But there's so many people pretending that it is, that I really had to find that it is not my kind of self-care. Going to a manicure or pedicure or even to a hairdresser, for me, is not self-care. Those are necessities. And I really need to be in a certain mood to do that. So I had to find what is self-care for me. But with being able to do that self-care, I'm also able to be vulnerable, which is the power behind it. So wishing you a lot of joy, a lot of self-care in whichever way self-care is for you, and a lot of ways to be vulnerable. Not to show that mask of being perfect, having all of it together, and show more of you, whatever it looks like, whether it's messy or beautiful, whether it's like, chaotic, not so studied, not so fluent, not so whatever it is, be you. I know it's vulnerable to be you in a world that seems so perfect on the outside, but it's the only way to go. Take good care, my darling. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, beautiful soul. If there's anything I want you to take from these videos, then it is the permission for you to shine your light. It's the most important thing. So go ahead, shine your light. I love you. Bye-bye.